Hello, welcome back to CinemaBurger, where I bring you movie reviews from a different perspective. Today we're here to talk about the Netflix original movie, Army of the Dead. It is written and directed by Zack Snyder, and he goes back to his zombie roots with this zombie heist movie set in Las Vegas. Now it stars Dave Bautista, Ella Purnell, Ana de la Reguera, Haruyuki Sanada, Omari Hardwick, Theo Rossi, and Tig Notaro. Now, Tig Notaro was added last minute because originally her character was played by Chris D'Elia, a comedian, but there were allegations about him and sexual assault, I believe, so he was removed from the movie because he already filmed scenes. So Tig Notaro replaced Chris D'Elia. So the plot of this movie is simple. There's like a zombie apocalypse of some sort, but America, for the most part, is still like going and like not destroyed. I guess a lot of the zombies were in Vegas or something. They don't really get into the origins of the zombie outbreak. But Haruyuki Sanada comes to these people outside of Vegas in the safe zone about a heist, that there's money in this vault in one of the casinos, and the government's going to nuke Las Vegas anyway in a few days, so might as well take the money. Now the intro of the movie shows like the characters' backgrounds right before or at the present point, so it does a good job of making you care about these characters a little bit before you meet them. I mean, this plot is really nothing new. There's a character that betrays people. They reveal something that why they're really in Vegas trying to steal whatever. And the main character, played by Dave Bautista, he's estranged with his daughter and he has to reconnect with her. So typical apocalypse type movie. Now the cinematography is pretty good. Like, they use slow motion a little bit only. I know Zack Snyder, of course, is big on slow motion. You can really see what's happening. And most of the zombie prosthetics and stuff are practical effects. Like, there's some zombie animals, like a zombie tiger and horse. The tiger is CG, but all of the zombies, humanoids, are real. Now, what's a little interesting about the zombies is that there's some that are like smarter than others, and they kind of show the hierarchy of the zombies in Vegas. Now, I wish they showed a little bit more from the zombie side of things, because it is like a typical heist movie. Like, all the stereotypical characters are there. Like, you can really tell what's going to happen in this movie beat for beat. But it's still enjoyable enough because, especially Dave Bautista, like, he's doing a very good job here. Like, he doesn't have that much range as an actor per se, but he is trying to do some drama and like decent acting here. Of course, he's great at comedy as Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, but before that he was an action star and a UFC fighter. Now, because Tig Notaro, some of her scenes were added, I guess, post-production, there's one or two instances where she's superimposed onto the existing footage. It's not that noticeable. You only really see it once or twice, but a lot of her scenes are like kind of by herself, where they show her perspective and she's looking at someone as probably a double. But overall, she's blended into the movie almost seamlessly. Can't fault it on that. When they had to replace an actor last minute, shit happens. Now, this movie is 2.5 hours. Once again, as I mentioned in the Heights and other movies reviews, a movie that's longer than 2 hours is fine as long as everything is engaging. But the pacing for the most part in Army of the Dead was fine. But there were a couple of instances where it like slowed down a little bit too much, and once again you can like shave off like maybe like 25-30 minutes of this movie. There was really no reason it needed to be 2.5 hours long. Now, while this was a high budget movie for Netflix, it's probably lower on the budget scale than Zack Snyder's previous few movies like Justice League, Batman vs. Superman, Man of Steel, Watchmen. So I feel like he did well with this slightly smaller style movie. Now, would there ever be a sequel? I don't see it happening, but like I said, it would be interesting to see more things from the zombie side, especially because they established that they're smarter than average zombies. But overall, a fun movie. The characters are fine, but it is kind of a standard cookie cutter plot. But if you can get past that, it's worth a watch. It's on Netflix. I'd probably give it a 2.5 out of 5 burgers, maybe a 3 out of 5 burgers. Because while it could be a little too long, I would say 85% of the movie is entertaining and enjoyable. Alright, I'm Scott Berger, and I'll see you next time.